So a few weeks ago, Love is Rage 2 finally dropped after all that anticipation. Joe did not have very kind things to say about this. It looks
trash.
Like... Okay.
And it's
Uzi,
still trash.
All right. So Uzi finally saw your reaction.
Weeks later. Great.
He's busy. He has things to do. Anyway, this is a photo of the real Joe Budden. You saw this. You saw this.
Of course I saw it.
But he deleted it pretty quickly.
Yeah. Because I'm sure he had a bunch of niggas in his mentions telling him it was trash.
Oh, there is a clip. All right, yeah, let's roll a clip.
It's us in the clip.
Rage 2. What did you think?
Trash.
That's it?
Yeah. So now I want to hear what he has to say.
Wait.
Can you
Uzi was trash?
Can you give us some more detail, please?
Wait, you listen to the album. It's just garbage.
The full thing, one time, multiple times.
It's not for me.
Okay. Got
So
it.
much different answer.
No. Stay raw.
It's trash.
Okay.
It is trash. It's
So-
trash.
You thought
It's trash. I challenge anybody who thinks it's not trash. That's why I like sitting across from Act. When I cut it on, I was listening to hear what he had to say to his audience. I got nothing. I listened to every one of those songs multiple times. It was all trash.
All right, so this is the first time we've officially run the clip back, and it's very disappointing that he's saying the same thing then and now, because usually he's contradicting himself. What the fuck?
Trash.
Oh, man.
What did y'all want me to say? I'm not saying he's trash.
you know what? Because I posted this clip on Instagram. And
You
Twitter.
post all the clips.
Right.
This nigga be home getting busy.
Listen, man, somebody got to do it. Listen, all right? Surprisingly, a lot of people agree with you, but I do think there's a divide. There's a huge divide. and I think...
There's a divide.
No,
ain't no divide.
Yes, it is. I understood why Uzi and rappers of like his they be trying to say my music is only for 25 and under. Because everybody who said who agree with you, they were like 25, 26, 32. Like a lot of people who are over there weren't rocking with it. I severely disagree. Uzi's project was not trash, but to each his own. I will challenge you on saying...
Finally,
No, wait.
challenge. They get salutes. I get challenges.
No.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
But here's the
Salute
thing.
me.
Hell no, nigga. You got a little extra energy and shit, but
All right,
relax.
let's hear it.
I mean, in the clip where you said it's not for you, like, not because something isn't for you means it's trash. Like, when you say trash, it means like definitively garbage, nothing good about it.
Well, not for me. It's supposed to be the safe way to call something trash.
After you already called it trash,
Well, no.
outright?
All right, so let's give some backstory then. Let's
Okay.
give some backstory, though. In our pre-production meeting, we're all fresh back from vacation here.
And there's a motherfucker.
We're all
tan.
very tanned and glorious, right? We look great. And in our pre-production meeting, Act, I had just watched 4 days of Act being, how Act is before our album come out. He was super excited.
It was great.
We're not talking about that.
You're right.
We're talking about your level of excitement prior to it dropping, because you and I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
So that whole 3 days before it dropped, Act was running around here on some wild shit. So when we got back from vacation, I couldn't wait to face him because it was so trash. And he was the only person I had seen that was like, yeah, I love it, man. Now wait, time out. I will admit, that Sauce It Up record is rocking.
Okay.
It's rocking out here.
Okay, so you have changed your mind a little bit.
No, I think it's trash.
Is this the one you kept playing for over and over?
No, listen. My opinion, I'm not saying it's everyone else's opinion. My opinion is, that's just trash. But I see it rocking out here, Sauce It Up. How many tracks is on Uzi album?
About like 17 or so.
So all right, let's not talk about Uzi for 2 seconds. On a 17-track album, how many songs do we have to enjoy for it to be a good album? Only good, not great, not very good, only good. Because our expectations have lowered a bit in music, period, all around the board, right? Mm-hmm. 17 tracks in streaming land. We know why they're doing it. How many songs you need to enjoy?
Just enjoy at least like 12. I gotta enjoy the majority of the joints.
For just good?
For a good album?
That's
Yeah,
high for
no,
good.
I'm not saying they're really good songs, but enjoy the song. I could enjoy a decent song.
12 of them? All right, so you're pretty generous. Nothing wrong with that. That's pretty generous.
Wait, what are you saying? Like,
I'm saying shit. That's
you,
no, not even. 7.
Like,
Yes.
Oh.
If there are between 5 to 7 songs that I enjoy, not that sound good, that you enjoy. Enjoy meaning you will go back to.
Yeah.
That's a good album. Uzi's album didn't provide that for me. But again, I say this all the time in the show, I don't think it was supposed to. I don't think that he's making music for me. Like the same way that all the people like the jokers that like to call me old and bitter and angry and grumpy, all that jokes is fine. I use the same jokes. So I know that these niggas not making music for me. Now, what I'll never get is the personalization of criticism amongst artists. How come everybody we talk about up here?
It's because of the way you deliver
Stop
it,
it,
Joe.
no. He's the one who's always told me artists are sensitive. There's a lot of crap.
Oh no, that's true. That is true. That is true. That don't mean that I agree with how they respond to these things.
Yeah, but think about how you respond to it. It's
I
different
don't-
if you're
hey,
like, I
hey,
listen to
I
this
mean,
project.
in hindsight, Uzi responded.
Pinky and act. When I say that I'll never understand how they respond to it, the first thing I think of is how I respond to it. What do I personalize? What opinion of fans of my music or my likeness do I personalize? Y'all know me well. We work together. Come on, tell the truth.
You
tell
block
the
them.
truth.
You block them.
No, I unblock everybody. Tell the truth.
Nah,
I know we here for the jokes, but tell the truth. Do I personalize things?
I mean, you
No.
might be the rare case in that sense. And
Okay.
also, you've been dealing with this shit for like 15, 20 years, nigga. Like
Well,
you've been dealing with criticism
well,
with your art. Most of these guys, 2-3 years in.
But my perspective, I'm glad you used that word, because art is subjective, right? I look at all of the artists, Uzi included, Kodak included.
I know artists subjective. They killed me for the Carter 3
Lil
shit.
Peep, Lil Pepsi, all of them. They're all, there's not a Pepsi?
Lil Windex. He's coming next.
Stop it. Just cut it out.
NBA, young niggas, whatever, all of these niggas that I learned from you, right? All of the artists and the creators in the world, I look at them like, I feel like they're superheroes. I feel like they're like crayons, right? Art is, Nadeska, I'll talk to Nadeska because you don't really know about fashion. Does every color look great on you?
No. No.
Anyway, my point is, when you critique some of these albums from these sensitive acts that personalize everything, my question is always, well, aren't you putting it out there for it to be critiqued? You certainly don't expect 1,000% of the people that hear your music to enjoy it.
All right. Now, if I'm Uzi, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate, right? Because I'm Uzi, I just worked on a project, and despite, I know a lot of people just trivialize mumble rappers and like you just go in and just say whatever, but if I'm Uzi and I watch your review or you talk about my album, I'm gonna think not only is he off base in his thoughts, I don't really think he listened. He said I rapped an entire album of nothing, and I had no message.
What was his message in that album?
It was a breakup album. The whole album, he's documenting a breakup with his girlfriend, a very public relationship. EXO Tour Life, he mentions the breakup all throughout.
Oh, so it's a concept album.
It's a concept album, yes. He's also admitted this.
Oh boy.
So again, while he's touching on those topics, along with his battles with drug use and come on, man.
Joe.
Look at his face,
Joe.
man. Come on, man.
Joe.
No. While he's documenting also his battle with drug use and also other issues.
Love Is Raised 2 is a concept album. That's what we're rolling with today on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Nadeska?
The theme of the album is
don't
much
pinky me,
different
just talk
than
to
Love Is
No,
Raised.
I'm talking to you, nigga. I just want to hear her agree. And then I'll shut up. Love Is
What do you
Raised
want
2
me to agree with?
is
Oh,
a
but-
concept album, Nadeska.
But y'all have to, did y'all listen to it? Y'all heard
To
nothing?
me, Good Kid, Mad City is a concept album.
He didn't say the
Is
word.
Love Is
He
Raised
didn't
2
say
a concept
concept album.
He did say Love Is
He
Hold
said
on.
he
All
talks
right,
about his
all right.
breakup.
Hold
You
on,
know
hold
what?
on.
Now you're trying to draw a crazy
Yo,
line.
that
kid,
Cut it
that's
out.
How you gonna just throw in
He
Good Kid,
could
Mad
ask him a direct question. He just told me Love Is Raised 2
Okay,
is a
but then
concept
you
album.
went
It's no
off the
album.
deep end and tried to compare him to Kendrick. Cut it
Yeah,
the fuck
All right,
out.
well, no. I'm comparing what the definition of a concept album is. He is telling me that throughout the whole album, he documented his breakup because he mentioned some shit. When you mention something, it's a concept album. Come on, Act. Wrong is wrong, Act.
I mean, that was his message.
He has
through
to
the
have a
album.
fucking explanation for this trash ass shit he put out.
But you said there was no message on it, and I told you the message that was on it.
Okay, well, you're right. I missed that message. Sorry. I missed it.
You too happy in love for an album like that. Told my breakup.
Yo,
You too much in love.
But wait, isn't he one of the rocker viber niggas? He was the nigga we was waiting for him.
yeah,
Yes.
you
You
were
know what?
waiting.
Let's talk about it. Hold up. We was waiting for that album.
You were waiting.
So now name another album that was as anticipated as his, right? Because we do agree that was highly anticipated, right?
Yes.
That was that trash.
I mean, trash in your opinion. I thought it was pretty good.
Okay, all right. So I will reframe the question. Will we see, how many more records from this album will we see perform like Sauce It Up and XO Tour Life?
I think the Pharrell one will go, and I think that
Go where?
I mean they'll try to do some type of push with it. I'm pretty sure Atlantic would believe.
Listen,
it.
and be very clear. I still support Uzi. I even like this little corny joke. Like, I like Uzi. Artists are likable even in spite of their trash projects. As an artist, you should put out a trash project. It helps. What do you think? I never put a trash project out?
No.
What artist you think never put trash out?
Stop it, man.
It's trash.
Okay, but what I'm saying
Nothing
is
wrong
that
with it being trash.
imagine your debut being trash. The one that everyone's waiting for. If that's trash, your trajectory is now different. The trajectory for Uzi, had he delivered and you were satisfied and everybody was satisfied. And I get it, there are people who
In
are
2025, let's talk about Uzi. That's 7 years from now.
that's so unfair, man. Like
Why? I'm a fan of longevity.
That's
I'm a fan of substance. I'm a fan of staying power. Why is it unfair for me to request people that I'm a fan of stick around a little bit?
Name me any artist that we discuss a lot on this show.
None.
Wait,
Know why? Because we don't fucking talk about them on this show.
That's what I'm saying.
We talk about microwave
projected.
fast niggas that will be dead next year. When we all sign our contract to redo this show, I guarantee you the 7 names that we have talked about every fucking day on this show, that won't be the case next year.
Uzi has admitted that he might only have 3. So I mean, I'm not gonna.
No, we fucking admitted that. Don't admit it after we say it, nigga. We telling you that after that trash shit, you probably only got 3. Don't come agree with us. He 21, but only got 3. Make sense of it for me.
Nowadays, who has
nowadays.
1 and 3? No, who has 1 and 3?
I'm so sick of this thing.
That's the first time
I
I'm
am so
with
sick of
it.
it. Nowadays, he got a line for
No,
every
seriously.
fucking nowadays.
No, seriously, yo, how? If you're an artist coming out, right? Like, are you giving an artist like 5 years?
I didn't think
Are
we
you getting
could
10
turn.
Oh, the
years?
Dark Knight outfit comes off. Let's
Yeah.
go.
What's wrong with this guy?
Because Ack is trying. I can't believe this shit Ack is saying.
You know, right now, for a rapper, 4 years is like a good career. Like we're not seeing the longevity of a Drake or a Cole.
You know what my problem is with you?
These things are rare.
You know what my problem
These
is with
things are
you?
rare. You gotta admit it.
You are very.
And it's not in defense of Uzi, it's defense of all the new rappers coming out.
You are very accepting of the people that you enjoy. I think that's really the only difference between you and I, is that I am not as a consumer. As a consumer, I've said this before on the show, if I go to Mercedes and get a Benz, and I got a problem with the Benz, you know who I'm telling? Fucking Benz. Same in music. It's the same fucking thing in music. As consumers, when you spend your money, you have rights. You shouldn't just accept anything.
So you're just saying your right to critique. How does that have to do with the point that I was making that not much of the newer acts have longevity past 5 years?
Because
we can't even forecast that right
I
now.
don't want to listen to anybody that I don't think will be here 3 years from now. That's me. That's me. Now, I love music, so know what that means? I love to be proven wrong about shit like that. If Uzi drops some fire 2 years from now, 3 years from now, I'm going to be the first nigga saying, that's crazy. Know why? I'm only on the side of the music. I'm agendaless. I don't care what Uzi do in his fucking spare time, but that album,
For you, it's trash.